What's going on, everybody? How y'all been, dude? So it's been a minute, man. We're out here today. We're working on Old Blue Mr. 400, and I think it's 24,000 miles, man. So we do have a couple things going on. 425 109 is where we're at, or should I say where my son's at. Now we're out here today, dude. We got to get these back brake done. I'm gonna show you what we got. So it started squeaking about, I don't know, a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, something like that. So he come to me, let me know. He drove it another couple weekends, and then I was like, hey man, we need to get into them brakes, because I knew by the sound it was brakes. So we started looking at them the other weekend, and this is what we come up with. So this is the passenger side. Look inside there, right? So we did get out here last weekend, and I just put some pads on there, man. Just so if he had to go to the store, or if he needed to go to a different job site, he could make it. Now, with that being said, it was unsafe, but he doesn't drive the truck much. So we're jumping on the driver's side first. We're doing the rear brakes, rotors, and pads. So we're jumping on the driver's side first, and then we'll do the passenger side. I'm gonna give you a shot of this rotor, and then we're gonna jump into it. So this time around, gentlemen, yours truly is gonna be the cameraman. And I'm gonna let my son do these brakes, man, because he needs to learn how to do his brakes on his truck. So this side ain't that bad. It actually looks pretty good. Them pads look like they got some left on them. The rotor looks decent, but the kit was, so I'll show you the kit. It was cheaper to buy both rotors and the pads together from Rock Auto. Y'all know how we do it. Evolution ceramic disc pads, and then Power Stop rotors. So we had to get the new rotors. Pretty nice. He got both of them. So the fronts look good. We'll walk over here and look at the fronts real quick. They look good, or decent. I don't know about good, but they look decent. So they're not all grooved up, nothing like that. Walk over here, look at this one. Same thing. It's not all grooved up. You know what I mean? So with that, we're gonna gather up a few tools. We got some together already. I'm gonna let him jump into this. We're gonna go through it. I'm gonna be here to help him out with whatever he needs help with. So let's jump into it, man, and get it done. All right, guys, so jumping right into this, man. These are 10s. These are, I believe, 13/16. Let's see here. Yeah, 13/16 on the back right here, right? And then these are 10s. The other sides are 12s. So the first thing we want to do, Junior already broke these loose, which ain't a big deal because it's got to be broke loose anyway, is we're going to take and we're going to decompress our pads. Come over here, son. You see where I have this right here? Now, just pull it. Right? Keep it in there and just pull slow, slow, because you need to decompress that pad. I mean, that caliper. Come on. Nice and steady, nice and steady. All right, now let up. All right, we need to do that again. We almost got it completely compressed in there. Right, so we don't have to, back in here, stuff it back in that hole.
I don't know where.
Come on. Just where it'll grab on something, right? Something that feels solid, right? You don't want it like it's where it's not solid. All right, stop. See, the good thing with this is that we're replacing the rotor. So if you chip one or something, no big deal. You got a new one, right? But if you chip it and you don't have a new one, then you have a problem. And I've been looking at this, dude. Look at this. Look at this rotor, son. Look at how thin it is right here, buddy. And then how thick it is right here. So I'm glad we're doing rotors on both sides. We're gonna push this back over. We're gonna look down in there. I don't have a light to show y'all real well. Let me see that one more time, son. I mean, we're right there, buddy. We're gonna try to get this thing compressed all the way. So you see that caliper in there? You see it right down in there? It's compressed now. We'll try to knock that back over. But you can see it right down in there. You can see that boot, right? So it's compressed. We're gonna pull these off. We're gonna set it up here onto the leaf spring, and then this should slide off. So something you need to know about your drum brake here, because you have an emergency brake that's a drum, right? Now, if you pull it off and there's a little bit of pull, not a lot, right? Not a lot. You don't want it stuck on there. But there's a little bit of pull, but it'll still move. That's what you want. You shouldn't have to adjust it, right? But if you do have to adjust it, you have to come right here. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and break this loose. We're gonna get this pulled off. We're just gonna run it. Let's get it, bud. I see you got that gentle persuasion. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. You should be able to get it now, buddy. Just got a little brake dust on there, cuz. Nope, it's not on there all the way. It's not on there all the way. There you go. That one wasn't that bad. All right, yeah, just pull it off as in a hole. We'll do it all in a hole. Yep, bottom first, so it'll hang. It's not on there all the way, sunshine.
Got it when it fell off.
Got it. I'm gonna look at this bolt, inspect this bolt real quick. Looks good. Unless the guy got a little blue Loctite on there. We'll probably throw a little WD-40 on there. Small rust prevention. Now hold on to that caliper. Don't let it fall and hit that line, bud. So when you do this, you just want to hold the weight off of it so you can spin it out with your hand. It shouldn't be that bad. Now I know you gentlemen up there in the northern states have to deal with a lot of rust, but you know we down south around here. Perfect. We already decompressed our caliper. Maybe I need to go get that stand, huh? For us to set this on. I just don't want to stress that line, dude. That thing is 25 years old.
Be good.
We still got to take all this apart, buddy. You got to take these out. These are 10s.
Be good.
Okay. So when it comes to the rotor here, just want to hit it a little bit, right? Until it comes loose. Pull it off of there. Work it back and forth. Yeah, don't hold on to that. That's your shield, buddy. It's gonna take a little bit. You're gonna have to work it. If it won't start moving, we gotta go get that WD-40. Thing's probably been on there for a while, bud. Try to knock some of that rust loose in there. Cameraman's in the way, bro.
We gotta need WD-40.
All right, we gotta run to the back and grab some WD-40. All right, so we put this here, man. That's a lot safer with that old brake line. I just can't trust it. If it falls, it may go. So you want to spray some in here and then around that seam right there. There you go, a little bit of each place. There you go. We ain't worried about the mess, man. Little WD-40. And then just spray it here and let it run down around there. There you go. Oh, my bad, son. Just keep pulling on it, bud. Poor truck. Poor old truck. Hold on, don't get crazy, man. We still got this thing on a jack and jack stand. We don't want to pull it off.
Sure.
All right, guys, so we're back, man. We got it off, dude. So we literally had to spray WD-40 and hit on the back and rotate the wheel until it broke loose, man. So we finally got it, dude. We're out of there with it. So now we're gonna rip this one off. We're gonna grab this new one right here. Son, when you open this up, do your best to keep your hands off of that surface right there.
Sir.
Which I don't have any brake part cleaner, but I have carb cleaner to spray on there and clean that off. We got to get some bounties from in the house, you know, the quicker picker upper. So this is where we're at, dude. The gentle persuasion didn't work. I had to get the BFH, but we did get it off. Let me set this camera down real quick, man. Get y'all right there. We're gonna pull this off real quick. So the inside doesn't look too terrible, and these shoes don't look too terrible either. Everything looks pretty good. We're gonna get like a wire brush, just kind of scrape the dust off of this before we slide the new one back on there. Seeing as it's only the emergency brake, the adjustment is right here at the top. So if you do need to adjust, it's right here. So you'll take this out right here. You'll take this window out right here, and you can get your screwdriver back here on that wheel and adjust. Out would be this way. So I don't know if we have to adjust yet. I won't be able to tell until we get the new rotor on there. So I got to get some wire brushes, clean this up real quick. We're gonna get ready to go back with it. So I don't have any brake part cleaner, but I do have some carburetor cleaner, which is better than nothing. So Junior, take that, get your bounties, right? I'm gonna show this boy, we're gonna teach this boy how to clean these rotors up real quick. Plus I wanna show you this. That is perfect, man, compared to the other one over here that had the thin side and the thick side. So spray you a light coat all the way around the outside and then just wipe it down. There you go, come on. Don't be, there you go. And then just wipe it off with your paper towels. Now be gentle because you'll knock the rotor off. Yeah, you just want to get that fine. They ship it with oil on there so it won't rust. And that's all you're wiping off of there, man. Because you don't want that on your new brake pads. Perfect. So now you're gonna grab it on the ends like this, right? And then set it down and flip it around and slide it on there the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this? Yeah. Or you can do it with the napkins, that works too. Hold on real quick. All right, we had to clean that drum out real quick. Go ahead and slide it on there, bud. Slide that bad boy all the way back. Line them bolt holes up, sunshine. You got 5 of them to line up. Perfect. Now you got it slid on there. Same thing. Around the outside, wipe it off good.
Here too or no?
Nah, you ain't got to do that. That's just going to mount to the tire. You just want the surface for the brake pads to be clean. All right, so now we're going to get on to doing the caliper, swapping the pads out, and then we'll get it all mounted back up. So what you're going to want to do, seeing as we already compressed our caliper, we don't have to worry about that, I don't think, is you're going to take your 2 bolts out the back here, and then you're going to slide this off. Right, your brake pads are gonna kind of fight you, but you got to get them off of there. And then you separate the 2. Most of your work, see, is right here on this. And then we do have to compress that a little bit. We'll get our C-clamp, get that taken care of. And then we'll clean everything up. I mean, Junior's rolling right into it, man. He's ready to get this done. He knows he's got another side to do. Plus, he's got video games to tend to. Them pads don't look that bad. You still actually had quite a bit of meat on them. All right, so we got them all cleaned up. We got our new clips on there. So something you want to pay attention to is this right here. You need that tab to go in that cut on both sides. If it doesn't go in there, it's not gonna sit on there right. And then we got our power stop grease right here. It came with the kit. So we're gonna apply that right here on the ears. Just on the surface here. You don't want it on your brake pad. And then we're gonna put it right here, right on all the surfaces that slide. So we're gonna get this greased up. We're gonna get it bolted back up. Putting it back on is the same way as taking it off, just in reverse. And then we'll jump to the other side. I'll show you the other side. We'll run through the process. I'll give you a shot of, you know, the end of the process, I guess we'll say. And then yeah, that'll be that, man. So we're getting there, dude. I didn't realize the truck needed back brakes so bad. Like I stated, if you look at this rotor here, pick that, look at the difference in the edge. Look how thin that is and then how thick that is. Right side thick, left side thin. So I'm glad we jumped into this, which without this one going out right here, we probably wouldn't have known, you know, until it either started squeaking or it went out. Seeing as there was plenty of brake pad, excuse me, that rotor could have went out before the brake pads wore out. So we got to jump through this real quick, get this done. It's gonna rain soon, so just hang back, man. We're gonna go through this process and get it done. Well, we got it all bolted up, man. Got everything cleaned up. Rotor looks nice in there, dude. Got them new brake pads on there. It was a little bit of a struggle, but hey, man, the boys got to learn. So we're jumping over here to the passenger side. He's getting this thing ripped off of here. I'll show you this rotor and the real reason why we ended up jumping into these back brake pads and rotors is because of this side here. So this is what we got, dude, and this is what we really got. Look at this. Look at this. So last weekend he came to me and he wanted to look at this, so we took it off. We looked at it. I saw this right here. So he had plans, right? And being the dad that I am, and him being a 20-year-old, I let him make it. So what we did is we just put pads on there, and then he rode it out for a week. He only drove it like twice. Y'all already know he goes to work with me, he works with me, he rides with me. So during the week the truck sits. Now, with that, dude, I mean, that thing is amazing. I look at it and it's amazing. So with that, we're gonna go through the process. I might just click y'all on and we'll go through it real quick. We're gonna get these pads done and it'll be as simple as that, man. So hang around, we'll give you the final product once it's all said and done. And then that'll be that, dude. So one thing you wanna note, gentlemen, the driver's side, at least on his truck on Old Blue, the driver's side is a 10mm for your actual caliper bolts, not the bracket. The passenger side is a 12mm, possibly a 13. We're gonna take both of them. So we're gonna get over here. I kind of felt like I needed to throw that in, so if you're doing this on the fly, so to speak, I mean, you got the tools you need. So we're gonna throw one of these sockets on here. I'll give you the exact measurement of what it is, whether it's a 12 or a 13 real quick, and then that'll be that. So this here is our 13, and that's loose. A 12 it is. 12, yeah. So passenger side 12, driver's side's a 10 milli, and then that'll be that. We're gonna let him rip this off. I mean, as you can see, this is really and truthfully his first go around with brakes. I'm just here to coach and videotape, guys. So I'm glad to have him out here working with me. Y'all don't understand how proud I am of that boy. He works hard, man. He's a good kid. So we're gonna get over here. I'm gonna let him rip this thing apart. I gotta change the battery on my camera real quick. We're gonna run through it. So we got it all swapped out, dude. From this right here to that right there is absolutely amazing. So my son will be a lot safer going down the road. I'll feel safer and be more secure knowing that his back brakes are good. Because like I stated earlier in the video, that's how he was riding last weekend. He only drove the truck twice, but it makes a guy like myself worry a little bit. So I'm glad he got out here and did the brakes on his truck, because it's about time that he learns how to work on what is his. Now, with all that, that's how you do the rear brakes on your 2003 Dodge Ram 1500 two-wheel drive with that 5.7 liter monster. So Old Blue's sitting at 425,000. And I'm your boy Auto Guy DIY. Like, subscribe, drop your boy a comment, and until the next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.